Back in 2020, Ghana launched something that felt truly revolutionary for the continent, a universal QR code payment system. It was designed to change the game for everyone, from street vendors to big supermarkets. It was called GhQR. But fast forward to today, and the story is, well, a lot more complicated. So let's get into it. So, what exactly is GhQR? Well, think of it as one single unified QR code for the entire country. The idea was honestly brilliant. Anyone could make an instant payment straight from their bank account or their mobile money wallet, just by scanning a code. This was supposed to be the great equalizer, freeing small businesses from needing those expensive point-of-sale machines. A truly universal system for all.
I mean, this was launched as the first of its kind in Africa, a huge leap forward for financial inclusion. The hype was absolutely real. Which, of course, leads to the big question, what on earth happened? All right, so to really get what went wrong, we have to rewind. Let's go back to 2020 and look at the promise, the big vision for GhQR. Yeah, this quote from the launch, it just perfectly sums up the optimism, right? The vision was this classic, if you build it, they will come idea, but with a catch. The whole thing hinged on this positive feedback loop. People had to start using it first to convince the shopkeepers to adopt it. It was basically a call to action for the entire country. And wow, the vision was huge. We're not just talking about a new payment app. We're talking about being the first in all of Africa to do this, to democratize digital payments for the smallest street vendor, to create one seamless system that worked for everybody, no matter what bank or mobile wallet you used. The goal here was massive. Boost financial inclusion for millions. It was a really powerful promise. Okay, so that was the dream. But now, let's fast forward 5 years and take a look at the reality on the ground. And it's a very different picture.
Yeah, 5 years. In the world of tech, that's an eternity. And somewhere along the way, that initial excitement, it just seems to have hit a brick wall. So what went wrong? After all the big promises, all the grand speeches, the actual user experience in 2025 can pretty much be boiled down to 4 little words. This one comment from a frustrated user, it says it all. And it wasn't just one person feeling this way. These frustrations were everywhere. People were constantly talking about transactions failing, and then crickets. No support to help you figure it out. On top of that, a lot of people didn't even know what it was or why they should bother using it. And maybe the biggest red flag of all, since 2024, there's been complete radio silence on official usage data. That's never a good sign. To really understand why GhQR struggled, you have to understand the massive, unstoppable force it was up against. In Ghana, while cash used to be king, mobile money is the emperor. Just look at this number, 3 trillion Ghanaian cedis. That's how much money moved through mobile money in 2024 alone. It's not just another way to pay, it's practically the bloodstream of the country's economy. And to really put that into perspective, let's break it down by month. In just 1 month, April 2025, mobile money did 365 billion cedis in transactions. Even the system for sending money between different networks handled 25 billion. And GhQR? Well, as you can see, the data isn't even there. It's so small, it's basically a rounding error in this massive mobile money universe. So why is Momo just so dominant? It's simple, really. It all comes down to the user experience. Momo is dead simple, and it just works. You dial a code, it's reliable. It works on literally any phone, anywhere. You don't even need internet. And the trust people have in it, it's incredibly high. GhQR, on the other hand, usually needs a smartphone, a good data connection, a specific app, and even then, people found it just wasn't reliable. So, in that head-to-head battle for convenience and trust, yeah, there's a very clear winner. But here's the thing. It's not like QR code payments can't work. They absolutely can be wildly successful. We just need to look outside Ghana to see what the secret sauce is. I mean, look at India's UPI system. It absolutely exploded. Why? Because the government stepped in with big incentives like 0 fees, and they got over 600 banks to join. Or take Brazil's Pix. They made it mandatory for all banks to participate and backed it up with a huge marketing push. And, of course, in China, you have Alipay and WeChat Pay, giants that succeeded because of massive early investments and rock-solid government support. You start to see a pattern here, right?
So when you look at all these success stories, it's pretty clear they didn't just happen by accident. They were all built on a very similar blueprint. You need strong government backing, you need real incentives for both users and merchants, you need to make sure all the banks are on board, no excuses, and you need to market it like crazy. All of that is to support the most important thing, a user experience that is seamless and just works every single time.
Okay, so let's bring it all back home to Ghana. With these lessons from abroad, what's the road ahead for GQR? Is the dream over, or is there still a chance?
Sometimes the users themselves point you right to the solution. This quote just hits the nail on the head. The number one problem is awareness. People can't use something they don't know exists or don't understand the point of. And that idea of collaboration between the payment authority and the banks, that's absolutely key. And from there, you can actually map out a potential comeback story. Step 1, you have to boost awareness with a massive nationwide marketing campaign. Step 2, you've got to fix the tech. Invest in the system so it stops failing. Make it reliable. Step 3, give people a real reason to try it. Offer promotions, waive fees, something tangible. And finally, step 4, education. Work with the banks to actually teach people how to use it and, more importantly, why it's good for them. But just when you think there might be a path forward, there's a new twist in the tale. The Bank of Ghana's attention, well, it might be shifting. With all the buzz around new technologies like stablecoins and other virtual assets, the focus and the resources needed to really revive GhQR, they might just get pulled in another direction. And that leaves us right here with this final, really critical question. GhQR was launched just a few years ago as the future of payments. But now, as an even newer future starts to emerge, will this promising platform finally find its place and live up to its potential? Or will it just get left behind, becoming a footnote in Ghana's incredible fintech story? I guess only time will tell.